Emperor Akbar or Akbar the Great is known as one of the greatest rulers in the world not because of he had vast empire, a very strong army, untold wealth, but because he was a good human being. He cared for his subjects. He had great respect for scholars, writers, poets and artists belonging to different religions. He was a patron of art and culture. The 9 gems or Navratnas in his court was very famous. Many people believe that of these 9 gems, Birbal was the closest to Emperor's heart. Akbar loved to pose interesting questions or problems in his court, and Birbal never failed to come up with equally interesting answers. We all don't know whether all Akbar and Birbal stories that we hear today any basis in history. They have been handed down over generations mainly by the word of mouth. Here are 2 of them. One day, the emperor entered the court with very serious expression on his face. As soon as he was seated he said,
I have a question for all of you. What should be punishment for someone who pulls my mustache?
Court was stunned. Pull the emperor's mustache. That was unheard of. One noble said,
flog him. Give him 50 lashes of the whip.
Another noble said,
that's not enough. Put him in jail without food and water.
Whip him. Beat up him. Hang of him. Cut off his offending hands. The agitated courtiers began to cry out. Only Birbal was silent. He was even smiling a little.
What do you say, Birbal? What is your opinion?
In my opinion, O giver of peace in the world, the offender should be given his favorite sweetmeat. Raja Birbal, are you out of your mind? Give sweetmeats for such a grave offense?
The courtiers began to say. Birbal smiled and offered an explanation.
Yes, who would be so bold as to pull the emperor's mustache? Only his own grandson.
When Akbar heard this, he burst out laughing because this is exactly what happened in the morning. On another occasion, Akbar was relaxing with some of his courtiers. A few of them thought this was a good opportunity to shower praise on the emperor and get some favors from him. They began to compete with each other in praising Akbar.
You are the greatest of the kings. You are the greatest of all the people in heaven and earth. You are the greatest God Almighty. You are the greater than the God Almighty.
Now, the Akbar was no fool. He did not care for false praise. He stopped courtiers and asked,
all right team, prove it to me. Tell me at least one thing that I can do but God Almighty will not be able to do. Otherwise you will all incur our royal displeasure. You have till tomorrow morning to prove it.
Yes, they all answered in one voice.
Do you all believe so?
Akbar left the place without another look at courtiers. They were in a proper fix. They thought and thought but couldn't think of any such thing. In the end they went to Birbal.
Don't worry.
In the next morning the court was full. Everyone was curious to see what would happen next.
Well, have you found a good answer to my question? Or are you ready to leave the court forever?
Just then Birbal bowed to Emperor and began to talk.
Please don't be angry with those who think you are greatest. There's one thing that you can do, but God Almighty cannot.
Well, what is that one thing?
When you want to punish someone, you can banish that person, you can throw him out of your kingdom. But God's kingdom extends everywhere. The Almighty cannot banish anyone from his kingdom.
Akbar's face was lit up with a smile.
That was very clever, Birbal. While showing how I have an advantage, you have also shown that good is greater. I believe you.
Akbar was so pleased with the answer that he forgave the courtiers for their stupidity.
If you are new to this channel, please subscribe, like and share and comment, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notification of our new videos.